I love Baker Mayfield. I love what he stands for. I love who he is. I love the excitement that he's generated in Cleveland. When I played for the Atlanta Falcons, I think second or third game, rookie season, we're playing in Arizona. And we run out the tunnel separately, but we go in at halftime together. Same two different teams. And I'm sitting there thinking, I'm just trying to kill you. And we go in, and then some of my teammates are talking to the opposing team. How's the wife? How's the kids? I'm like, what is going on? See, I'm fresh out of college. I'm thinking now we battling. It's war going on. But no, I had to understand it was business. Then we got on the plane after getting our butts kicked. I see guys gallivanting and talking about what they're going to do to exploits when they get home and all that. And I'm like, I got a migraine. I'm mad because we lost. But it's business. He does not understand that this is a business. First of all, Hugh Jackson didn't want to leave. He was a head coach. He didn't want to leave Cleveland. They forced him out. Now, just so happens another brother, Marvin Lewis, thank God, took care of him. That's what we're supposed to do. Now, Baker's upset because he's still caught up in the college mindset that you betrayed me. He had consistency when he was at Oklahoma. Now you having somebody that has shown him no consistency, and he's gone. He's still caught up in college, and he don't understand. Be careful how you treat people at this game of professionalism, because you never know when your path may cross again with Hugh Jackson, and you may need him.
Well, basically what you're saying is this. Old episode from The Honeymooners, one of my all-time favorite comedies, The Honeymooners. Ralph Cramden, Max can appreciate this. Be kind to the people you meet on the way up, because you're going to meet the same people on the way down.
That was Ed Norton who said that.
That was Ed Norton. That's absolutely correct. When you look at Baker Mayfield, my issue with him is not what if he felt Hugh Jackson was fake, if he felt that Hugh Jackson didn't have faith in him, if he felt that Hugh Jackson wasn't a good coach, fine. I think he has the right to feel that way. My issue with Baker Mayfield, and it's still my issue with him, how you going to knock the man for taking another job after he got fired?
True.
That don't make sense. In other words, Hugh Jackson's supposed to lay it home. Now, mind you, you're 3-36-1 as a head coach. When you got that kind of record, you might never get employed again. This man sat up there, went on his media circuit. He came on our show. A week later, he's a special assistant for the Cincinnati Bengals. It never enters Baker Mayfield's mind that he better take that job, because that might be the only job he can get.
He's in a college mindset.
And that's a damn shame.
He's in a college
mindset. You can say to college, and I agree with you. I'm just saying he's 23. He ain't 13.
He
should know better.
No, he shouldn't. He's right out of college, Stephen A. He's not going to make that maturation that quickly. Max,
you're
he's
right.
right out of college.
I think that's exactly right. It's still a college mindset. When Damian Woody says grow up, he has a legitimate point of view. Baker's point is, look, I'm entitled to my own opinion. It's not personal against Hugh Jackson. And I just don't believe him. I think maybe he's even fooling himself. Of course it's personal against Hugh Jackson. He felt Hugh Jackson, for good reason, kept him down. Tyrod Taylor started the season, even though I thought Baker Mayfield, of all the young quarterbacks, was the one ready to hit the ground running more than Sam Darnold or anyone else. Then they were terrible with Hugh Jackson. As soon as Hugh Jackson leaves, he's setting the league on fire. Second highest completion percentage to Drew Brees since Hugh Jackson left. But your point about him with a college mentality, but Deion, he has underneath that what guys like you, what all the greats have. The reason he has that mentality is because he's insanely competitive. He's a self-motivated guy who wants to be a champion. So like, even if you're right, he needs to grow up, he has to get away from the college mentality. To me, it says the right things about him.
Okay, first of all, you got a team full of high draft picks. Am I right or wrong?
Yep.
So I'm not going to indict Hugh Jackson leaves, now they start winning. You know what really happened in Cleveland? It's some folks got fired, man. It's some folks that was in their everyday personal life that got fired. The first time my coach, Marion Campbell, got fired when I was in Atlanta, that blew my mind. I came from Bowden, baby. Bowden was a pillar of consistency, a staple of truth and righteousness. Now I'm going to an organization, the coach is gone. In my first year, hurt my heart. Not only the coach, the whole staff. So when you're talking about this guy, all these high draft picks, they start saying, hey, man, dude, they firing people around here, man. So you know what? We next. So we got to turn this thing on. We got to turn this thing around. And that's what they did. It wasn't because Hugh did so wrong. Hugh is not he's not a Belichick. He's not a Belichick by any means. He made a lot of mistakes, but I'm not saying they turned around just because they're gone.
I think the part that we also got to pay attention to, though, y'all, is he made it a point to say the things he said about Hugh Jackson. said nothing about Todd Haley. Said nothing about Todd Haley. Now, why is that? I'm going to talk to the Hall of Famer, the cat with a yellow jacket. I'm going to talk to you about that.
Right.
Why you got something to say about Hugh Jackson, but you had nothing to say about Todd Haley when Todd Haley, for the most part, was calling the plays?
Right. Because he's attacking the position and not the person. The position was the head coach. The person was Todd Haley. Todd Haley had more interaction. He had more time with him to cuddle him and make sure he was right and make sure he made the right read. So it was more of a relationship. He saw Hugh as a whole nother person at a whole nother level. So you attack that person that you feel like is calling those shots that didn't allow you to start week one.
Deion,
when you thought you was
definitely
good enough to start.
Deion, I love Baker Mayfield most of all because the world is more interesting with him in it. If he can be successful at this level with that personality and not just be like Tom Brady in the way you're supposed to be, that's the first guy to do it like that, like since Joe Namath. Who doesn't want to see that?
What you mean Tom Brady ain't where he's supposed to be?
I'm saying Tom Brady is the model, but he's the model of how you're supposed to be as the face of a franchise.
According to Max Kellerman, Tom Brady's about to fall. He's supposed to fall off a cliff a year ago.
No, Tom Brady don't play. Tom Brady checks everything in the organization. Tom Brady ain't no joke now. The only thing I don't agree with Tom, and I love Tom.
Deion, don't get it twisted. I'm saying Tom Brady is the model of how it's supposed to be done. And then every other quarterback's really compared to that. How close can you do it to Tom Brady? What I'm saying about Baker Mayfield is he's more like not Roethlisberger, but the idea is he's not going to be the way we all say a quarterback should be.
Yeah.
But usually you can't succeed like that. I want to see a guy succeed like that. It makes the league more interesting.